I flew all the way to Texas to try the most insane crawfish boil experience on the planet. We in Anaheim, Texas, about an hour away from Houston, on a farm where they grow, serve, fish, and make the best seafood crawfish boils in all the world. Flavors have been phenomenal, and I watched them take their crawfish from live all the way to seasoning, to boiling, and go all through the process just so y'all can learn and be a part of it with me. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed filming it, because truth be told, this is the best seafood boil I've ever had in my life. Let's get ready to dig right in, because I'm hungry.
So just a heads up, are y'all afraid of snakes or gators or anything?
No, as long as they're not gonna touch us.
If y'all want to pull the traps, you can. But there will be a chance you're gonna catch a snake in the trap.
Like, will it bite me?
Depends on how close you get. I have never caught a venomous snake in the traps, but there's always a chance. Just a heads up. And the gators are gonna stay away from the boat. We might see a couple, but...
Hell yeah, I'm excited. So all this land is yours?
Yes.
How many acres is it?
Right around 300.
300 acres?
Yes, sir.
Wow, dang. So how long y'all been doing this?
We've been catching crawfish out here for 10 years, but we've only been open with the restaurant here for about 2 years.
Is this part of your family thing, or like, tell me about that. So it's a family business?
Yes.
That's fire, man.
I came out here when I was 15, 16 and helped Garrett build all this, and I've been with him ever since.
What does like a usual work day look like for you?
Normally, right now, we're only fishing 6 fields.
Okay.
So it's taken me till about from like 7:30 to 2:30 to run everything.
Okay.
But once we start fishing these and everything else, it's gonna be a good while longer.
Okay, awesome.
We have anywhere from 12 to 1,500 traps out here. And we actually still short on traps too.
Oh man, so this is fish inside there?
Yes sir, it's shad.
Oh man, that's why I'm like, that's crazy. Oh, see, I can see crawfish in here. Are these alive?
Yeah, they got away from me earlier.
You just grab them by the pinchers because they'll pinch you, huh?
Yeah, I mean, depending on where they get you, it hurts more than others, but I'm used to it by this point. So what's cool about this boat here is those 2 boxes right there are actually wheels. So you can drive it across the ground and everything.
So about how much bait do y'all go through in like a day?
When we're fishing everything, normally it takes about 200-pound crates.
200 pounds? Wow,
Yes,
that's a lot of bait.
So under this table right here, there's actually what we call our grater bars. It allows us to grade the crawfish out as we catch them. Like if we want to catch a crawfish, keep anything bigger than that, all the small ones will fall through these bars and will either go back into this bucket or back into the field. Okay. And all the big ones will rake into the sacks.
Oh, okay. So the little ones y'all kind of just let go, let them get bigger, and then y'all come back and eat them later.
Yes, sir.
Yo! Hold on, I gotta take a selfie.
I treat them like Army members do. No one left behind.
What has it been like now transitioning to a restaurant?
Different. It's a lot of work. A lot more work than I ever thought was needed in a restaurant.
Really?
We have been blessed with a lot of business, especially out here in the middle of absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, I know. We drove. It's not, it's not too far from Houston though.
Once you get off I-10, you start thinking, now where the f are we going?
Yeah, that's how I felt. Once we have this bag set up, what do we do after that?
Let's go catch some crawfish.
Let's go catch some crawfish. Get the finger. Just pull it out.
Yes, sir.
Come on. I'm gonna do one more. Let's do that one. That's crazy. You said there's gators in here?
Yes, sir. I'll catch baby gators inside the trap.
Really? Man, I know the mama probably mad.
Yeah, snakes, gators, frogs, you name it.
Put your head down, boy. I hope you guys are enjoying this video. Make sure to like, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that hype button, bro. We are on our way to 100K. We out here in Texas doing adventure content. If you guys like this, let me know what y'all think of it. But either way, we getting back into the video and we finna make us some crawfish, man. I'm out here in Texas. Let's dig right in. So when you see those kind of snakes, what do you usually do?
At this point, if I can tell what kind of snake it is when I pull the trap up, and most of the time I'll just dump it out onto the table, just because it's gonna slither away, and I know it can't really hurt me. So.
Have you ever been bit before?
Yeah, a couple times.
And they don't hurt?
I mean, not really.
Yo, you're crazy, man.
There's a way you can tell the difference between a male and a female crawfish.
Okay.
There's two ways that I know of. Do you see that little white dot on its stomach right there? So that's how you can tell it's a female crawfish. That's her reproductive organ.
Oh, okay, the stomach portion at the bottom. Yeah. Okay.
So another way you can tell, you see these deals on the bottom of the tail right here? These are called swimmerettes. Okay. That's what the female crawfish attaches the eggs to whenever she lays them. Okay. She'll carry them under her tail until they hatch, and then they'll start falling off all throughout the pond as she's walking around. This one right here is a male, and it has them too, but they're not nearly as big as the ones here.
The women's swimmerettes. I do notice the difference. The male one seems to be a little bit bigger too.
Well, it just depends, because
that right there, yeah.
This is a female right here. So there's really no size difference between them. They just all get about the same size. The biggest crawfish I have ever caught out here was like 15 inches long. 15 inches long? Yeah.
It's like a lobster.
Pretty much. I mean, he went to about from fingertips to about right here. Wow.
That is crazy. You ate him?
Oh, we let him go.
Why? Really? Why?
I feel like he deserved it. He lived that long. You can go free.
Yeah. So now that we got all these crawfish, what is the next process?
Just gonna rake them into the sack and take them back to the bull house and cook them.
All these?
Oh, we're gonna cook about 3 times as much as this.
Really?
This is probably only about half a sack.
This is only half a sack?
Yeah, probably about 15, 20 pounds maybe.
How many pounds do you think y'all catch a day?
It just depends on the time of year, because during peak season, I was catching 40 sacks a day out here. Each sack is like 30 to 32 pounds.
So when is crawfish season?
I would be telling you lies, because I actually don't know the legit crawfish season, but we will normally start fishing in November, December, and go all the way till July. And most people have already stopped fishing already. I think we're pretty much one of the last places that has live or cooked crawfish. Just because we have our own farm, and we can, even though we're not catching a whole lot right now, we're still catching enough crawfish to sell at the restaurant.
When you guys were catching crawfish before, where did it go?
We were just selling them live. And we'd catch 30 sacks throughout the week and only sell 20 of them. Well, still have 10 sacks left over, so instead of just letting them go back into the field, we decided to do something else with them, and cooking them is the next best option.
Of course. I mean, and then y'all get to put y'all own spin on it too.
Yes, sir.
And you make more money that way too.
And I guarantee you we have the best crawfish in Texas.
You think so? I've never had crawfish before.
I guarantee you, once you eat art crawfish and you go somewhere else, they will not be the same.
What do you feel like makes y'all special?
Our blend of seasoning, because we grow our own peppers and everything to make our seasoning, for one. And two, we know how they are coming out of the field, and you gotta cook them different throughout the year.
So what's your favorite part about just working on the farm and just running this whole business?
Eating the crawfish.
Of course. So are we on the bayou right now, or what is this?
So this whole area is called Double Bayou.
Okay.
So this is the West Fork over here, and the East Fork is over by the house. Okay. So pretty much all our land is in between both of the bayous. And those cranes right over there, that's the bay right there. Okay. That's like where boats, I assume, come in. Yeah. Things of that sort. There's a big boat ramp down there and everything. Okay. But you go that way and it'll lead you out to the ocean and everything. This has been an awesome experience, man. I wish I could take y'all through the whole field and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So this field actually isn't, it has okay crawfish in it,
Mm-hmm.
but we got another field that's producing way better crawfish, but I done pulled it already.
What's the difference between this field and the other one?
It has less crawfish in it. So the less crawfish you have in a field, the bigger they're gonna grow.
The less crowded, that means they just have more space, more room to grow. Okay.
More food to go around and everything. So the crawfish actually don't eat the rice in here. They just eat everything that inhabits the rice. All the bugs and fish and dead animals in the water and everything. That's what all the crawfish eat.
So for someone who's never experienced, done this before, what can they expect for their first time?
Prepared to get dirty. The biggest predator we have out here, field-wise, is otters, believe it or not.
Otters, wow, that's crazy.
They'll come over and turn over an entire field of traps in a single night.
Like they'll turn, like you'll see the traps just like messed up and everything.
They'll be turned over and laid on its side. They'll be drugged 15 foot away from where it originally started.
Wow.
They are a nuisance.
So how do y'all do anything to get rid of the otters? Or
yeah, we actually set out traps and everything for their otters.
What is that?
A hog trap.
A hog trap?
Yes, sir.
Y'all catch hogs?
Yes, sir.
Man, okay, that's crazy.
When the fields are wet, after we drain them, the hog will come in and root it all up, and it will take forever to dry. And they just tear up all the fields and everything, so we trap and kill as many of the hogs as possible.
Yeah, I've heard that hogs are very invasive to farms in general. Look, what is that?
A raccoon, actually.
A big ass raccoon. Wow. Man, that's crazy. Kind of like a cat. Yeah, I know. That was nuts.
Probably the craziest thing I've seen is about a 14-foot gator.
A 14-foot?
Yes, sir. Let me tell you, I about shit my pants when I seen that joker. I was actually in the bayou over there walking along the bank fishing, and from about here to that bird right there, that gator popped up right in front of me. And I guarantee you his head's very bit that long.
What did you do? Just like run away?
Yeah. I got the hell out of there. I might be a white boy, I ain't fucking with no gator.
I've never had crawfish before, so this is gonna be a treat. Oh, really? Yeah. Everybody said y'all got the best crawfish. He said you got the best crawfish in Texas. So I was like, we gotta come and do it the right way.
Basically, all we're doing right now is we're just washing them until see that water. Once that's clean, then we'll start to dump them. And we're looking for dead ones too. Like we don't want any. Yeah, this is not moving.
Yeah.
We don't want that.
You can't serve the dead ones.
Can, and sometimes they're not bad, but it's more like a quality thing. Like he doesn't let none of that fly. Other places you'll get a lot of dead ones. And you see on a normal sack, we'll have like maybe like 20, 30. This is 6 sacks. So like we pulled these this morning. You're never gonna get a fresher plate of crawfish. Man, people like around here, people who eat crawfish, like they take this shit real seriously. Like they're real picky, you know? So like you really can't play about the crawfish. People around here really, really care about the flavor, and they'll, like that's why so many places go out of business. Crawfish plates don't last. So you go there and you have bad crawfish one time, you'll never go there again. Because it's expensive. Yeah. You know? And it's easy to fuck up.
Makes sense. We're at this crawfish boil. I got to get on a boat for crawfish, and I'm getting 5 pounds of crawfish, a half a pound of shrimp, snow crab, sausage, corn and potatoes for $105. That's exactly what we spend at Blueface's restaurant. This is crazy. The daily special right now?
Yeah.
Let me do that.
Are you wanting mild or spicy?
Mild, please. Yeah. Everybody said mild is actually really hot. Man, am I missing anything else I need to try?
The pot stickers.
All right, let's do 6 of those. We'll do 6 pot stickers too. All right, you guys watched me go on the entire boat to go catch this crawfish. So we got a loaded crawfish boil coming up. But to start off our meal, you already know I had to get an appetizer. We got their Cajun pork pot stickers. They said that these are one of their favorites. So we had to go ahead and grab one. Just look at this. Nice, boiled, juicy pot sticker with the Cajun seasoning. They are seasoning up stuff back here so crazily where you can smell it from the front of the restaurant. I mean, y'all saw the footage back there. It's like literally boatloads of seasoning. So I'm expecting these to taste really well. Bon appetit. Mmm. Yo, first bite on my tongue with that thing, holy. I told myself, with all these experiences, I'm not giving a number rating, but these might be some of the best dumplings I've ever had. Just look at this tail by the seasoning that's on here right now. And if this appetizer is a precursor to what we're gonna have for this meal, I don't even know what to expect. Oh man, I am so excited. Sticking to the meal. This was only $100? Okay, so just tell me really quick, what do we have here?
So this is our daily special. 5 pounds of crawfish, half pound of shrimp, and a crab.
So man, we got the daily special. This is 5 pounds of crawfish, half a pound of shrimp, snow crab cluster, sausage, potatoes, corn, different sauces, butters, and they even come with free margaritas, bottomless, brother. This whole entire platter was only $100. You will never get this in California. And it smells delicious. Like, I'm talking like, this smell is so powerful that you can smell the seasoning coming from the back of the restaurant all the way to the front. That's how much flavor it is. If anything tastes like the pot sticker that we just had, I already know this might be the best seafood boil experience I've ever had in my life. Let's just dig right in. You already know we can't start off without a bev. We got frozen margarita flavor number 1. We got frozen margarita flavor number 2. Let's start with the red one. Wow, really sweet, gives a good watermelon flavor, extremely refreshing in this Texas heat. We got flavor number 2, which is like a pinkish color. Cheers. It's almost giving me like a passion fruit vibe. I'm not sure if it's passion fruit, but whatever it is, it's good. So let's get into the food. Only right that we start off with a crawfish. I've never had this before, and they told me that it's a little art to cracking it, so we just don't get it right. And they say you gotta turn it. Oh, it's easier than I thought. Wow, my boy, that is seasoned crazy. The seasoning on here, I got to eat a bag of this, man. Wow, they don't take this crawfish boil like seriously compared to California. This is like putting us to shame. I might not be able to ever eat another seafood boil again. Let's get that. We're just gonna rub it on some more things, more seasoning. Bro, the seasoning on here is phenomenal. I got this in mild because they recommended I get mild, and for mild, it's actually very spicy. I can only imagine how spicy would be, but this right here is hands down probably the best seafood boil I've ever had in my life, and I'm not gassing this. This is a straight like 11 out of 10. Like no cap. Y'all saw the experience. There's so much work goes into it. They got their own farm. This is some serious business. We came here before it opened, and now it is extremely busy in here. And like literally, as soon as the owner made a Facebook post saying they got crawfish boil, it has been nonstop lines. This is insane. Let's try some of the other seafood. I didn't know it was about to be banging, man. Look at all this seasoning on here, dude. Look at this. Bro, no butter is needed on this. Brother, Texas is so different when it comes to food, man. I knew Texas had good food, but I had no idea what to expect, man. Let me just try these potatoes and this sausage and these shrimps and this crab, and I'm gonna get to the meal. But man, I hope y'all are enjoying this video. If you are, make sure to smash that like button, hit the hype button. We wanna try and get all these local restaurants some publicity, get them as much support as possible. See, these are local family-owned businesses. They let us into their homes, their property, they farm and everything. This is a real love and passion, and you can just tell by the food, the community. It's just delicious. Dig into the shrimp, the butter sauce. Bro, the thing is, it's so flavorful and it's so spicy, my lips are numb. Look, let me take a few more bites and then I'm gonna get into this food. But like I said, if you guys are enjoying this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Go ahead and follow them below. If you're in Houston area, this is only like a 45-minute drive away. It's well worth the experience. Go on a boat, get you some food. It's delicious. The pot stickers are the best pot stickers I've ever had. The seasoning on here is ridiculous. Man, I'm gonna enjoy my food with some privacy after we take this last bite. So hope y'all enjoyed this video and we'll see you in the next one. Gotta take the last crab cluster. Whew, proper way to crack a crab, man. Whew. Nice, juicy, jumbo crab meat, man. That in there. Cheers. Bro, whatever that is, fire. That's not a creamy Cajun like mayo or like a Cajun like ranch. It's so good. Either way, y'all, I'm about to enjoy my meal. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.